Hey y'all, Nathan with Fish ATX here, and I'm here with another review video with another paddleboard that I'm very excited about showing all. This is the new Retrospec Weekender XL paddleboard. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the new Retrospec Weekender XL inflatable paddleboard. Now, this thing is a beast. It's 11 foot long, 35 inches wide, and 8 inches thick. So this thing is super stable, super durable. It's really perfect for people that just want a very stable ride, very smooth ride, but also for taller riders, heavier riders, or if you want to have a paddleboard that you can bring someone else along, or a pet. You can fit a bunch of weight on this thing. The weight capacity is 400 pounds. So as usual, if you've seen my videos, I'm gonna first just go over the board, the features and specs, just everything about the board in general. I have some footage from my first ride on this paddleboard last week, and I'm gonna show you how stable it is, how it handles. And then at the end of the video, I'll just kind of do a wrap up, some pros and cons. So stick around if you wanna hear more. Okay, so to go over the features of this board, Retrospec makes a lot of different paddle boards. If you've seen them online, one of their top selling boards is the original Weekender, which is a little bit smaller of a board. It's a little bit cheaper, but it doesn't have as many features, and it can't carry the amount of weight that this thing can. So I'm excited to show this one to everybody because this is a pretty new board, and it's very similar to the Weekender, but just with a lot of upgrades. And I think you're really gonna like this board. The Weekender XL can hold 50% more volume than the original Weekender, and it's gonna be very stable and comfortable while you're on it. All of the Retrospec boards are very durable. If you're new to paddleboarding, new to inflatable paddleboards, I know people can be a little skeptical at first with inflatable paddleboards, how durable they are, especially for fishing on them. This thing is made of a dual layered, puncture-resistant AerGlide-Fusion material. So it's not easily punctured. I've never had any paddle boards that I've fished on puncture. You're gonna feel very safe and stable on this thing. When you inflate it, it turns into a hard board. So it's not gonna feel like you're floating on an inner tube or something like that. It's extremely stable. On here, they have this deck pad made of brushed EVA, and it just adds some comfort and better traction while you're on the board. It comes with this paddle holder, which is really cool. Just Velcro holds your paddle whenever you're not using it. It has a 6-point bungee in the front and then a 4-point bungee in the back to tie down, any gear, dry bags, crates, whatever you're gonna use. It has a bunch of D-rings all over as well for additional attachments or whatever you wanna use them for. Like my June paddleboard, it also has these EasyLink systems. I love this system that Retrospec came up with. So it's these straps on the board molded in, and it's an EasyLink for their seat system or for the carry strap. The Weekender XL does not come with a seat or a strap. That is additional, but I would definitely recommend purchasing that if you do get the Weekender XL. The EasyLink system is these little metal clips, and they just easily pop in here. And so now you have a strap to carry it with. They do have the foam handles, but this thing makes it a lot easier to carry, easier on your back, especially if you're going kind of a good distance to the water or going through some rough terrain like I like to get into. As I mentioned, it has handles. It has a foam handle in the middle, front, and in the back, all for carrying. I love that they have those handles there in the front and back and middle just to be able to pull it in the water or just carrying it down to the water. It makes it a lot easier. It also has this action camber mount up here on top, if you can see that. It's just the M6 screw action camera mount for like a GoPro or something like that. So that's really cool. They have that ability to put a camera in front, or you can do other modifications to add one in the back like I do. So it's a really cool feature they add on these boards. The board does come with 3 fins It has a main one and two small ones. Obviously, these are removable fins. Don't have to use them, but they really help with traction, especially with three of them. Another thing I like about the style of fins that Retrospec uses is they use the plastic clip type. So this just slides in and then you pop that through. It's so easy to put in and then to take out. You just squeeze it, take it out, and just slide it back out. I really love that system. I've had another paddleboard in the past that had like a little screw, and I don't know how I never lost that thing, but it was such a pain to put in. So I really like how they designed the fins. So you probably saw the paddle behind me earlier. It comes with a dual purpose paddle. So this is set up for paddleboarding. If you're gonna stand up, you just wanna use this handle, but you also have the option to take this piece off and add another fin to the other side, so just like a normal kayak paddle. That's what I use because I'm always fishing on it anyways, and I like to have that dual paddle to be able to just paddle further and easier. But I like that they give you that option and it comes with this. And then some other things that the board comes with. It comes with a repair kit that has 2 patches, a waterproof iPhone case, a safety leash that you attach. I would attach it in the middle and to the ankle, just in case you fall off, you don't lose your board. They also include a dual action pump in this bundle. It has an inflate and a deflate mode. So that's nice that it actually comes with that. Personally, since it is so hot in Texas and I love the time that it saves, I use an electric pump. That way you can have the pump inflating the paddleboard and you can just get your gear together, get everything ready. You don't have to go through the manual labor of pumping, especially when it's 100 degrees outside in Texas. I'm not about that life. And I'll include a couple electric pump options down in the description section. So check those out if you're interested. So all of these accessories plus the board come in this really cool backpack that they provide. It has a zipper that I put like my fins and small things in front. It has multiple buckles to secure it. You can fit everything in here. It is a backpack as well, so you can carry this thing easily. I'm not just saying this because I'm a partner of Retrospec, but they did a really good job in the design of this bag. The way that it buckles down to secure things, it has a strap inside to secure the paddleboard, but it's also just very quality material and tough. I've had bags that just break immediately. The straps break, the zippers break, and I like that they actually put a quality bag with this package. Okay, and so everything that I just showed you comes in the bundle with the purchase. Currently the price is $429.99, which is a very good price for such a quality large board with all these accessories and one that's gonna last you. Retrospec offers a 2-year warranty, which I love because it means it's a quality product. They back their products. They don't think there's going to be any issues with it. And so you have that comfort of knowing you have 2-year warranty on any manufacturing defects with the board. And they also have a 50-day return policy. If for some reason you don't like the board, doesn't work for you, you can return it or exchange it. So I've gone over all the features in the bundle. I'm going to just tell you what the specs are for this board. I already mentioned it's 11 foot, 35 inches wide, and 8 inches thick. So it's thicker than most paddle boards that I've seen or that I've used, which means it gives it more stability, more comfort, and also a bigger weight limit. The weight limit is 400 pounds, which means it can hold, large riders, multiple riders, a rider with a pet, or just a rider with a bunch of gear without any issues. It's going to be completely comfortable, stable, maneuver just as well because it has that ability because it's a bigger board. And of course, since it's inflatable, which I really love inflatable paddle boards because of this reason, you can deflate it, roll it up, and everything fits in that backpack. And it's just so easy to store, to transport. It just makes life easier. The board with the 3 fins only weighs 31 pounds, which means it's extremely light, super easy to carry down to the water. You're not going to be exhausted, just loading up your paddle board. So you'll see on my on the water footage, but this thing handles great. The tracking is perfect with the 3 fins. It actually maneuvers really well because I think it sits a little higher because it's thicker. So the maneuverability, the tracking, everything is great. Super stable. I walked up and down, turned around, could grab my gear. So it really handles well. Really love the way that they designed this thing. Alright guys, so I've been out here on the Weekender XL for a few hours now. I just want to give a kind of my opinion so far on the ability. It is very, very stable. The width, I guess height really, of this paddleboard makes it really stable. It has a really big weight capacity and just feel really comfortable on it. It's kind of cool because it sits so high up too. You're sitting higher on the water, so you're not getting as wet and all that too while you're fishing. So really like it so far. Plenty of space for tons of gear or multiple people or a dog, just like the June. Has the 3 fins on the bottom, turns really well, tracks really well. The wind's not crazy today, so I haven't really been affected by the wind at all, but yeah, I mean, standing up, I'm able to stand up, literally move around on this thing. Down a little bit. All that shaking is actually the GoPro pole that's just swaying. It's not the paddleboard shaking that much. And I just caught that 10-pound catfish that I just caught. I was standing up while I caught it. No issue setting the hook. The board handled great. Didn't feel like I was gonna fall or flip over or do anything. It's super stable. So yeah, super impressed so far. I would say if you're looking for a paddleboard that you're gonna use a paddleboard more, don't need a seat, but you also fish sometimes, I think this would be perfect. It's a little bit cheaper than the June. You can also get a seat to make it into pretty much a kayak. So I think it's a really good all-around paddleboard. It kind of does it all. So a couple things that this board doesn't come with that I would suggest looking into. The sling that goes to the EasyLink system. The carry sling is about $30 online, and you can use it for multiple of their boards if you get different ones. It just works with that EasyLink system. Very worth it. If you're planning to do a lot of fishing like I do on it, or just paddling long distances, the seat is great by Retrospec. They have a couple different options. It inflates on the bottom. I really suggest checking this out. If you do fish or plan to paddle long distances, makes it a lot easier on your back. Then a couple other products that I enjoy using. Of course, a big water bottle. Retrospec makes these insulated bottles, keep your water or whatever beverage cold. And then an anchor. This is a 3.5-pound folding grapnel anchor. It has a little float attached to it to grab the rope easier. Just a pretty basic if you're trying to anchor and just hang out in the water or trying to fish or whatever you need it for. Definitely suggest having an anchor. Retrospec has a bunch of different options, so I definitely recommend getting online, checking out all of their boards, all of the options to see which best fits you. And of course, I'm going to include the link to this and the other paddle boards down below in my description section of this video. So that way you can go easily check it out, check out the differences and kind of compare the boards and see what's best for you. And since I am a Retrospec affiliate, using those links down below in the description section also helps me as well because I'll earn a small commission off that. It helps me continue to use this channel to promote products and share my fishing experiences. So if you have any questions at all about this board or about which Retrospec paddleboard is right for you, feel free to comment down below and I'll respond as soon as I can. I really hope that this review helps out. And as always, thank you all for watching and I'll see y'all next time.